Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Valoria is open. 3-point.
Goodness! Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Natalviano has time.
Now it gets Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
We continue our coverage here of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League dito po sa loob ng Quezon Convention Center in the city of Lucena. This is the second game of our Tuesday triple header featuring one of the newest acquisitions for Quezon City from Zamboanga. We have Edsel Rojas trying to inject some new life as they make to their push dito sa North Division. Sa kabila naman, Levi Hernandez, deadly as ever para dito sa Rum Masters. He has rounding out to form and they look to make a push here in the South. Is the Quezon City Galleries Taipan kalaban ang Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, Ken Pangilinan when Javi Palanya, and at courtside we have Miss Lyra Punsalan. Javi, etong Batangas City, one of those rare teams na hasn't really made some noise during the window but they have quietly crept up dito sa South Division, winning their last 3 games.
Yeah, they're in good form right now and they're going for a 4th straight victory here against the Quezon City team that I believe is like a reflection of the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, only younger. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup to see.
You're watching us live on the official Facebook page and YouTube channel and also on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. And pag-usapan natin yung mga players ni Coach Jeff Perlas for Quezon City. These guys really familiar with Coach Jeff Perlas' system, especially Dave Bernabe, who has been a huge surprise para dito sa Quezon City. And alongside him, Nino Ibanez. He had a hot start during the season, Javi, pero medyo nag-tail off siya in the middle portion. But here, against Ambra, despite this loss, they were able to provide some numbers here.
It's no surprise to me that Dave Bernabe is putting up these good numbers para sa Quezon City, especially because he's so familiar with what Coach Jeff Perlas has wanted to happen para sa Quezon City this year, playing for Coach Jeff in CEU during his college career. While ito si Nino Ibanez, you're right, Ken, I think when Nino Ibanez is producing well para sa Quezon City, he can bring Quezon City a better chance of getting victories. They just really went up against a very tough Abra team that was so deep. And Quezon City did put up a fight at the start, kaya lang sobrang nahirapan talaga sila sa lalim ng Weavers come the second half.
Prior to that, they had a big win against Bataan. That's why they are just 2 games behind the Risers in that 10th spot in the North. Ngayon, sa kabilang dako naman, Batangas City na yung simula nila, Javi, there were concerns, especially how they still stuck with this lineup that they've had. But these 3 guys, Jong Baloria, MJ De La Virgen, and Mark Cruz, they were instrumental in this big win. Kalaban dito ang Binyan.
Coach Cholo Villanueva has always known to be a guy that has been very loyal to his players. He has put a lot of trust in this core that he has had over the past few seasons. And these guys, simply delivered in their last game against Binyan. That was a road win that they definitely needed to further boost their confidence. They've lost some games wherein they should have won. A lot of disappointments for them, a lot of close games. But here, laban sa Binyan, they really produced it. Si Baloria, Cruz, and MJ De La Virgen. I think MJ De La Virgen has been one of the missing links majority of the season para sa kanila. If MJ can put up consistently good numbers para sa Batangas City, then it's gonna be a better chance for Batangas City to move forward in the Southern Division.
Better late than never para dito kay MJ De La Virgen is clicking at the right time para dito sa Batangas City. But this guy, the head of the snake, Sniper de Mexico, Levi Hernandez, this is probably his most efficient shooting in a season. And he has really carried the fight para dito sa Rum Masters. And with the additional help, Javi, medyo nag-open up na yung game niya lately para dito sa Batangas.
Arguably his best season in his MPBL career. He had 21 points against Binyan and 10 in that very crucial 4th quarter. Couple that with the help that's coming from Jong Baloria, I think that's very important. If Levi can get that help from Jong Baloria, in the wings. Those two guys go hand in hand. When Levy plays a good game and Jong Baloria turns out a good performance, Batangas City is in good position for a victory.
It's youth versus experience in the second game of our Tuesday triple header. Quezon City, kalaban ng Batangas City. Let's go to Richard Tampos as he introduces the starters.
In Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL at the Quezon Convention Center. Here are the starters. Let's begin with the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. Power forward number 19, John Rojas. At guard number 15, Nino Ibanez. Center number 12, Dave Bernabe. At forward number 9, Jason Buray. Point guard number 8, Franz Diaz. The Quezon City Galleries Taipan is led by Martin Go with Jeff Perlas. Assistant coaches, JC Docto and Ricky Reyes. Team manager, JC Tan. Now for the inaugural season champions, Batangas City Tanduay Ramesters. At guard number 13, MJ De La Virgen. Forward number 15, Don Ochea. Playing center number 24, Mark Cruz. To guard number 45, Jong Baloria. Power forward number 53, Sed Ablaza. The head coach is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches, J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Dino Enrile. Assistant team manager, Gilbert Alea. Team manager, Gina Labanza. Team owner is Lucio Tan III.
Starting five brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. The guys in white with the unit of Franz Diaz, Nino Ibanez, Dave Bernabe, Edsel Rojas, and Jason Puray. Batangas City naman with MJ De La Virgen, Jong Baloria, Mark Cruz, Don Ochea, and Sed Ablaza. And, referees for this ball game. We have Mark Rancundo, Leonardo Layosa, Emil J. Carase, and fourth man is Richard Carpio. Nino Ibanez returning to his former home court. He was part of the Quezon Huskers for a time. Now with Quezon City. And a tip going. Actually, the jump ball violation yung nangyari doon. So, first possession will go to Batangas City.
John Edsel Rojas right away starting para sa kanyang bagong kupunan. Itong Quezon City Galleries Taipan. Franz Diaz stepping back into the starting lineup along with Jason Puray and Nino Ibanez.
MJ. Levy Hernandez coming off the bench. Mark Cruz to Jong Baloria. 4 on their shot clock. Ablaza puts it up. Short. And Ibanez with a rebound. Quickly. Outlet intended for Rojas. Intercepted palabas ni Sed Ablaza.
To expound more on what I said at the top of our coverage, that both of these teams are like mirror reflections of themselves. Dahil parehong koponan, they like to put on heavy pressure defense, especially in the previous years. Maalala mo itong Batangas City in their younger years when they had younger legs. They were a team that liked to play in your face, full court pressure defense, something that Coach Cholo Villanueva got from Coach Franz Mamarin during his playing days with LaSalle.
And let's see how Batangas City this time deals with the pressure against a much younger Quezon City squad. Backdoor cut by Don Ochea. Gorgeous feed from Seta Plaza.
Yeah, which is the same thing that Quezon City has also showed us this season. Coach Jeff Perlas also likes to have his players execute that same backcourt pressure, although maybe somewhat different principles, but the same objective is to try to get easy baskets.
Swing pass. Ibanez pulls the trigger. No good. Ablaza clears it for Batangas City.
And offensively, there are also two teams that like to move the rock, really explore different schemes, but really put a heavy premium on team basketball.
Franz Diaz, former UCAL star. Now it's Edsel Rojas. Sa naas ko naman, sumikat to si Edsel, playing for St. Clair. And was part of the mythical five there. Now he draws a foul against Seda Blaza.
Yeah, one of the many undersized big men that we have here in the league.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And John Edsel Rojas, even though he's undersized, definitely likes to play better near the shaded area. And that's where he does most of his damage. Had some decent numbers playing for Zamboanga early in the season, making the transfer here to Quezon City during the trade and free agency window.
Coach Jeff Perlas won a championship with CEU in the UCAL. 2-all is the score. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Bola natapik palabas. MJ will trigger it in. Mark Cruz pops out. Batangas City, 3 straight South Division Finals appearances, but have yet to crack into the national finals. Will this be the year? Seda Blaza got the offensive rebound and a foul called on Quezon City.
And of course, that's after their championship during the inaugural season at Batangas City. But definitely that was a different core that they had, a different team. This team that made the Southern Division Finals the last 3 years. It's been somewhat of a struggle for them relatively this season. It hasn't been that much of a breeze compared to past years. And they've struggled with a lot of the other teams going younger and them still sticking with the same set of players almost.
Split at the line from Seda Blaza. Coach JR Aquino is at the helm tonight. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. So I'm not seeing Coach Cholo on the bench, no? So it's Coach JR manning the sidelines now for Batangas City. Jason Puray. Franz Diaz for 3. No good. Don Ochea grabs the rebound. Forward pass, Mark Cruz. But a solid start to the season, but that fadeaway will not work. Nino Ibanez. Rojas. Laban kay Ablaza. Poposte si Edsel. High off the glass and in.
That simple one-on-one on the left side, that's a spot where Rojas likes to operate so that he could turn back to that baseline and go for that banker.
Ablaza up top. De La Virgen. Balik kay Ablaza. Shot clock winding down on the Rob Masters. Ablaza makes his move. But sabi ng ating game official, foul on the floor.
Not really too sure about that call though. I thought that was already in the motion of the shot.
Yeah. Gather.
And there didn't seem to be a movement that hampered that shot attempt. Dahil tuloy-tuloy naman yung naging motion ni Seda Blaza dun sa galaw na yun.
Sideline inbound for Batangas City. Cross-court pass. Baloria steps back for a free. Still no go. Bernabe grabs the rebound. Ibanez. Got that back from Bernabe. Diaz. Walang post entry available. Gives it up to Nino Ibanez. Catch and shoot free. It's good.
Well, he is in familiar grounds here at the Quezon Convention Center. This used to be his home floor. And I expect Nino Ibanez to try and lead a speedy game here for Quezon City as they try to take advantage of their youth.
Seda Blaza was about a couple of seconds open. Di siya nakita doon ni Mark Cruz. Si Puray, libre para sa tres. Short. Edsel Rojas got blocked by Seda Blaza. Sed will bring the ball down. And a blocking foul whistled against Nino Ibanez.
He had Don Ochea running on the right side, but eventually did try to go for the shot.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Nino Ibanez with his first 3-point conversion. De La Virgen, long 3-point shot. Bounces off the rim. Diaz quickly to Edsel Rojas at the baseline, in trouble, facing a double team. Able to release it to Diaz. Same spot for Nino Ibanez. That time it will roll out and the ball will end up with Batangas City. MJ. Oh, great pass. Ochea with a hook shot.
Good luck by De La Virgen recognizing the mismatch Ochea had against France Diaz. Easy pickings for the former Adamson Falcon.
7-5, Quezon City with a 2-point lead. Puray, papunta kay Nino Ibanez. Can't beat Ablaza off the bounce. Rojas, laban kay Ochea. At may foul na Pinito, laban dito kay Don.
Even if he likes to play with his back to the basket, his face-up game is also one of his advantages because mas mabilis siya kaysa sa maraming big men na bumabantay sa kanya sa liga na to. This was the pass coming from De La Virgen, finding Ochea who had France Diaz on him.
Sidney Mosqueda coming in together.
Sidney Mosqueda.
Manalang replacing John
Check
Rojas and Jason Boray.
Nalabas muna si Puray, pati si Edsel Rojas. Manalang is also in for Quezon City Galleries Taipan. They will also sue for time here. Past the halfway point of the first, lamang sila dito ng dalawa.
The coaching staff of the Batangas Tanduay Masters are standing firm on the culture they have built. Magdadagdag pero walang magtatanggal. For them, it's all about preserving the solid chemistry. No disruptions, no ego clashes. Parang pamilya na daw talaga ang Batangas, and that's exactly how they want it to stay. With their momentum building, the coaching staff are set on extending their winning streak. A victory today would catapult Batangas to rank 3 in the South Division, and they're pushing the team to stay grounded and locked in. Stability, unity, and trust. Yan ang core ng Batangas ngayong trading window. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, and we just mentioned it at the top of the coverage na hindi sila masyado nag-ingay, no? And they still stuck mostly with this unit of already going in consecutively into their 4th season. Guys like Jong Baloria, Seta Blaza, who continue to pile up the numbers para dito sa Batangas. Now at the post, Dave Bernabe, hook shot. That one will rattle out. Baloria forward pass. Ochea lines it up for free. It's good. Ochea with 7 points.
And that 3-point shot of his has improved dramatically throughout the years, and something I think Coach Cholo Villanueva has reminded him to work on time and time again over the course of this previous years.
The reigning MPBL Defensive Player of the Year, Don Ochea. Now he catches, fires, and a good-looking stroke.
9 points in the game already para kay Don Ochea.
9-0 run by Batangas City. They now lead by 5 points. Mosqueda, give and go. Got blocked by Don Ochea.
That definitely is his bread and butter more than the offense. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year making an impact here in the first quarter.
Baloria at the post now. Ablaza has the size advantage, making it to good use against France Diaz.
Although the veteran experience coming into play at this point para sa Batangas City. Starting this game 1 out of 6, but now able to drain 4 straight field goals. 3 courtesy of Ochea, and the last one coming from Sed Ablaza.
Bernabe misses on a jumper. Ablaza quickly on the other side. No basket. It was a traveling violation called. Palasan ng tao si Coach Jeff, maging si Coach JR din.
Let's take a look at what happened here. Ooh, that's a close call in my opinion. I think that was a legal move.
But nonetheless, Quezon City getting the basketball back here. Down by 7. Manalang can't hit the free. Ablaza with a rebound.
Importante dito para sa Quezon City that they show a little bit more variety offensively, because earlier nabasa na ng Batangas City eventually their ploy to set up Rojas underneath and just let him be the decision maker. Everybody was just clamping down on him after those first 2 baskets he made.
Ablaza escapes, but overshooting the target. Greg Cunanan. Ray De La Rosa now in. Turnover laban dito sa Quezon City. Ablaza slams on the brakes. Baloria decides to jack up a free. Ochea just doing a little bit of everything and also turn the ball over, but still a strong start para dito kay Don. And he's the lone guy remaining here. Yung nagsimula para dito sa Batangas City, ito si Don Ochea. Ang Buluto also in. Nanlamig na ang Quezon City dito. They've been stuck here for so long. 7 points. They had a 4-point lead earlier.
They missed their last 9 shots. Make that 10 after going 2 for 5 to start the game.
DJ Isit now in. Directing traffic for the Rum Masters. Levi Hernandez. They go at the elbow. Don Ochea. Laban kay Mosqueda. Entry pass. Ang Buluto. Wala. Nakakuha niya yung bola off the miss. And ball stolen away by Quezon City. Manalang lines it up from mid-range. No good. De La Rosa will reset their offense. Rai attacks. Oh wow, impressive move. Getting that shot up and in.
That's a tough look and a good use of footwork there by De La Rosa. Able to make that little step back towards that fadeaway on that baseline.
Snaps that's 11-0 run by Batangas City. CJ Isit teardrop got blocked by Manalang. Shot clock practically off. Quezon City can opt to take the last shot, but instead, that shot by Ladimo nowhere close.
That's where the point guard comes in. Cunanan should have taken charge of the basketball and announced to his teammates. Kahit di niya kunin siguro, basta sabihin niya sa mga teammates niya na last shot na dapat.
Ang Buluto and Cunanan wrestling for that basketball, but time will expire here. Batangas was down early here in the first quarter. Pero humabol. Had that 11-0 run. Don Ochea at the forefront of their attack.
They started out 1 out of 6 but proceeded to go 5 out of 10 in the next few minutes of that first quarter. Ochea making that impact, scoring 3 baskets there para sa Batangas City. Cedra Blaza also contributing in that run, making this a 5-point lead for Batangas City at the end of the first quarter.
Last game was a road victory by Batangas City. They were able to defeat Binyan here. This was a close game, Javi, but Batangas pulling out all the stops.
Oh, those 10 points by Levy Hernandez certainly helped them in the fourth quarter to pull away against the home squad, the Tatak Gel. Hernandez, when he is playing well and composed, well within his emotions, not trying to get the better of him, he certainly is a breath of fresh air para sa Batangas City.
Right, De La Rosa with 5 straight points. Able to nail a 3-pointer. Kenighalo nasa loob na para dito sa Batangas. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Quick catch and turn there. Excellent setup galing kay Greg Cunanan para kay Ray De La Rosa.
Ambuluto sasalo sa right elbow. Hernandez nonchalantly puts it up and puts it in.
A hand up, no problem for Sniper de Mexico. A little variation of the pinch post triangle offense setup. They set up Hernandez on that staggered screen, setting him up for that jumper on top.
Jexter Pinan comes away with a steal. Isit. Ighalo lines it up. Too strong. Rebound by Rojas. Quickly to Cunanan. Kick out pass. De La Rosa is free for a free. That time it won't work. Cunanan unable to convert. Ambulunto with a full head of steam. And ball will go back to Quezon City.
He was determined to get that basket on the fast break. He thought that the height advantage that he had would be enough for him to try and convert there. Unfortunately, Quezon City putting up a gallant stand to force that miss on John Ambuluto.
16-12 is our score. 4-point lead for the Rum Masters. This is Cunanan. Post-entry pass, papunta kay Rojas. Santos, pupukol ng 3. Yes!
Third 3-point shot of Quezon City in this game.
Levy Hernandez, Cunanan. At may foul na itinawag laban dito sa Quezon City.
Well, number 8, Greg Cunanan is first.
This was Santos with a long 3-point shot.
Ighalo a little too late on the closeout. That's enough space for Jerome Santos to launch a decent attempt.
8 seconds left sa shot clock ng Batangas City. Levy Hernandez spots up, no good. Jerome Santos with a rebound. At may foul na tinawag laban dito sa Rum Masters.
And sometimes, you know, as a shooter, as a scorer as good as Levy Hernandez, sometimes when you're too wide open, it also bothers you when you take that shot.
Over 2 minutes gone by here in the second period. Quezon City also making the run. De La Rosa. Uy. Dave Bernabe, John Ambulunto, and it's Sambo that got caught.
Both teams are advised to observe the proper
Dave Bernabe, despite being a young player, he's not the type of guy that will just back down. Yan natin yung nangyari dito. This is them jockeying for position. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't think there was any unsportsmanlike foul there. There was definitely an arm by Ambuluto on the neck of Bernabe, but I don't think there was any untoward incident that could have led to any criteria that we have in calling for an unsportsmanlike foul.
Dave Bernabe won a championship for the Centro Escolar University Scorpions back in 2024, just last year. Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, Head of Operations Emerita, Head of Security Rudy Distrito, nandito po sa Lucena in Quezon.
Foul on number 26, Janan Boluto. That's his first.
Yeah, clearly.
Team foul number 2 for Batangas
Just
City.
a regular foul. Well, wala namang wind up, no excessive contact.
Oh, wala naman.
But,
Interesting lang din yung pinakitang emotion ng ating referee in calling that.
ayun nga eh. Pumagit na agad eh.
But you know, that's their job, you know, to
Yes.
try and prevent any bad things from happening, anything from escalating on the floor. So at least we know that they're doing their job well.
It was 14-9 earlier. Now, Quezon City managing to trim the gap. That three would have given them the lead, but Santos unable to convert. Apinan siya magbababa dito for Batangas City. CJ Isit. Back to Jexter. Levy. Interesting that he's trying to post up Dave Bernabe, but that time, the vision setting up John Ambuluto for the deuce.
Oh, they seem to be using a lot of triangle in this game. That's the second time I've seen it para sa Batangas City. This time they go strong side. Kunanan with a quick answer on their side of the floor.
Sa ulit ang labang, 18-17. Dexter Apinan. Now Santos switching on to him. Jex makes his move. Before the shot, a foul whistled against Quezon City.
Batangas is a team that is a master of knowing where the mismatches are. Here the double comes, they see Ambuluto down low.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Hernandez against Santos. 5 sa kanilang shot clock. Baseline drive, Levy. Kick out, CJ. No good. Apinan, nabitin doon. Hernandez lines it up. Still nothing on that trip for Batangas City.
A good recovery after they allowed Batangas City that offensive rebound courtesy of Jexter Apinan. When that ball goes up, you have to have at least a body trying to go and contest for the loose ball.
Challenge shot, no problem. Ray De La Rosa from downtown to take the lead back para dito sa Quezon City.
Shooting a staggering 44.8% from the outside. He leads his team in terms of three-point percentage this season. Ito si Ray De La Rosa.
Under 6 minutes left here. Levy has missed a couple of shots from the outside. Edsel Rojas leaks out and scores.
Yeah, even if he is a big man, he does a good job of recognizing those opportunities to leak out. Ito si Edsel Rojas.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday Karaoke.
And beating CJ Isit, but credit Jerome Santos for the recognition and the forward pass.
It's a 13-4 run by Edsel Rojas and the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. They take a 4-point lead, 22-18. Timeout Batangas City. After a big win over Bataan that snapped their 4-game losing skate na kalaban ng Quezon City ang Ambra, dumikit sila, no? Nung pagtatapos ng third quarter, but the Weavers was able to pull away again in the fourth.
Yeah, again, the depth of Ambra simply was too much for Quezon City in that game. Badly out-rebounded, 56-34, but only got outscored in the paint by 12 points. Kaya lang, ang dami rin nilang fast break opportunity na binigay sa Abra. It's because of those rebounds that allowed the Weavers to go in transition and score on the break.
May balita para sa atin si Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Coach Jeff Perlas of Quezon City expressed pride in his team's gritty performance during their last matchup against Powerhouse Abra. Even if it ended in a loss, gusto ko yung pinakita nilang puso, he said, noting how his players fought hard and stayed aggressive throughout. Heading into their next game today, Coach Jeff is pushing for even higher intensity. He's challenging his squad to earn every single possession and master their game plan down to the details. For him, it's not just about bouncing back, it's about building character and sharpening their identity as a relentless, defensive-minded team. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And as always, a young team by Coach Jeff Perlas has certain expectations whether you win or you lose. As we see here, Jason Puray in transition, laying it up and in.
He went really hard to the basket, but that happened because of the gallant stand defensively made by Jerome Santos as he tried to defend John Amboluto, who tried to take advantage of that mismatch against Santos.
This Quezon City team is really scrappy.
Oh yeah, and you know, Lana mentioned in that report earlier that Coach Jeff has been proud of his team because of the heart that they showed in that game against Abra. Well, they're definitely showing it now.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme X Play. On the go speaker, take your music anywhere.
Talagang desididong desidido siya that he would go strong to the cup. Ito si Jason Puray. Hard sidestep leading to that difficult finish.
Odila Rim getting his first minutes here for Batangas City. CJ Isit, hindi pa rin makabutas galing sa labas. Batangas City in the midst of a drought. It's now a 15-4 run by Quezon City right on cue. Yun din yung naging scoring natin this quarter.
Oh,
Puray tried to grab that rebound. Hernandez. Atake. Levy. It's a double foul. Amboluto again involved in that skirmish. Was it Ambo and Nino Ibanez?
I gotta see what happened there. Medyo natakpan yung view natin eh.
And it happened while Levy Hernandez drove to the basket. Ito yun.
Watch Amboluto and Bernabé. These two have been going at it.
Sila pa din. Kanina hindi unsportsmanlike foul. It was just them jockeying for position while both going for the rebound. This time, it was off the ball. And here now is Coach Cholo Villanueva. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left.
You know, he's a busy man. He has a lot of responsibilities, kaya siguro nahuli papunta dito sa venue.
Let's say double foul between number 12 Bernabé is first and number 26 John Amboluto is second foul.
Double foul lang.
Yeah, I don't think there was any excessive contact that happened there that would merit an unsportsmanlike foul.
Baseline inbound. Hernandez. Laban kay Puray. Almost a steal. 5 seconds left. Amboluto libreng-libre sa ilalim for 2 points.
Ighalo noticing that Amboluto was wide open. He was about to go for the shot. Good thing he still was able to make the pass.
24-20. France Diaz, high arcing shot from beyond the arc does not work. Levy. Heavy dose of minutes here in the second quarter. Ken Higalo knocks down that shot from downtown. And Batangas now down by just one, 24-23.
Only their second three-point shot of the game. Ighalo is very good at those corner three-point shots.
They've been shooting much better from beyond the arc lately, itong Ram Masters. Great pass. Santos, though, can't hit the free. CJ Isit in transition. Ighalo, susubok muli. Back-to-back freeze for the former Mapua Cardinals.
Well, when you're a shooter as good as Kenny Halo, all you need is to see that ball go through the basket, and that's enough for you to develop a rhythm. This is the first corner pocket three on the right side, and then on the trail job, they tried to trap CJ Isit. One guy will definitely be wide open. Ighalo was the one trailing the play, gets the pass, rises for the shot, quick trigger, basket para kay Ken Ighalo. 2-point lead right now for the Batangas City Tanduay Rom Masters.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Second game ng ating Tuesday slate. Nandito pa rin po tayo sa Quezon Convention Center. Maya-maya lamang po magtutuos ang dalawang kupunan na namamayagpag in the South Division. It's the Quezon Huskers kalaban ang Jensen Warriors. And one of the top teams involved, itong Batangas City, medyo nahirapan sila ng bahagya laban dito sa Quezon City here in the second quarter. They get a steal though. CJ Isit comes away with it. Batangas looking to make their move. But another turnover against the Rum Masters.
Isit already had a shot there, could have went for the teardrop.
Muluto hauls in that board. 2:17 left here in this period. CJ against Nino. Isit. Hernandez off the curl. Puts it in from beyond the arc.
A little pin down made there by Ighalo. Freeing up ito si Levy Hernandez, top of the circle.
Batangas City is now on a 2-3 zone. Trying to mix things up. Ibanez. Bounce pass, Puray, balik kay Nino. 3-point shot was halfway down and out. Same play, sabi ni Coach Cholo. Let's see what they will run here. Look for Levy to come off that pin down as he provides a screen. Pero naagawan si CJ Isit ni Franz Diaz. Great outlet, papunta kay Nino Ibanez.
Batangas just slower to get back there on defense after that turnover committed by CJ Isit on the left side.
Ibanez really pesky on the defensive end, and they force an 8-second backcourt violation.
Oh, incredible pressure defense shown there by Nino Ibanez on O'Neal Arem.
Just a 3-point lead. Quezon City with the basketball. De La Rosa, papunta kay Nino. Thought about it. Puts it on the deck. Dave Bernabe. Balik kay Franz Diaz. Shot clock winding down. Wait a minute. Coach Jeff is contending that mayroon pa
hindi gumagalaw yung shot clock dito sa side nila eh.
You also saw that, but nonetheless, it's a shot clock violation laban dito sa Quezon City. Bola babalik sa Batangas. Muntik na. But it will stay with Batangas City. That was crisp passing there by the Rum Masters.
But even quicker anticipation defensively. These Quezon City players just very quick and nimble on their feet.
Hernandez, long 3-point shot, no good.
That's a push on Amboluto. Definitely a push.
Huling-huli si Ambo. Not yet in penalty. Or the Rum Masters last foul to give. Rojas, papaltan si Puray.
Amboluto needs to be subbed out here. He's got 3 already.
Jack Sapinan giving Amboluto a reprieve here. 29-26. Nakasona pa rin ang Batangas. Edsel Rojas from the elbow, automatic.
That's part of his arsenal, those 15 to 18 foot jumpers. He likes to take that, especially against a zone where he pops up and flashes on the middle.
Arim. The backdoor cut, Ighalo. Try to power through. Pagkakataon for Quezon City to take the lead at the half. Rojas, short. No foul called. And that's gonna do it here for the first 2 quarters between Quezon City and Batangas City. It's been pretty much back and forth. And Quezon City making a good account of themselves this time after that tough loss against Ambra. This time going up against one of the contenders in the South in Batangas City. They just trailed by 1 at the half, 29-28.
I came from nothing. Just a small boy from streets of General Santos City. No shoes, no food, no chance, just a dream in my heart. From flyweight to junior middleweight, 8 divisions. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang bawat Pilipinong nangangarap at lumalaban. This is our victory. This is our story, and the best is yet to come.
Welcome back to the MPBL. It is halftime of our second game between the Batangas Tanduay Masters and Quezon City Galleries Taipan. Ako po si Lyra Ponsalan at kasama natin ngayon hapon ang assistant coach ng Batangas, Coach Dino Ponce Enrile. Coach, you guys are banking on your culture na Ohana. Family daw talaga kayo sa Batangas kaya wala kayong tinrade na player. What's the reason behind this?
Yeah, actually it's really family, no? Because yan ang inspiration namin eh. Of course, we work hard to get a win so that we could bring something home for our families. Yan ang inspiration ng team namin, us, always from day 1.
That's beautiful. If you guys win this game, you guys will be at rank 3 for the South Division. What's your message for the Batangas Tanduay Masters?
Well, we'll just hope and pray, no, sa team namin na pag nanalo kami, makapunta kami sa higher spot, no? So, we really have to grind it out all the way.
Any greetings, Coach Dino?
Yeah, our Batangas fans, Batangas Tanduay Masters, mga taga Batangas, no? Keep on supporting, not only us, but MPBL also. And we'd like to thank the officials of Tanduay Masters, headed by our president, Mr. Lucio III, and of course, our team manager, Mr. Jean Alabanza.
Maraming salamat, Coach Dino Ponce Enrile of the Batangas Tanduay Masters. MPBL will be back.
Is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he backs the straight left hand. And there's the punching game. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Ang halftime score po natin, just 1 point separating these two squads. Batangas City over Quezon City, 29-28. And titignan nyo yung naging tema no naging first half natin. It's been a game of runs because Quezon City was out with a 4-point lead, 7-3. Nag-counter yung Batangas dito, Javi. 11-0 run. Bumawi din si Quezon City. They had a run of their own to take a 6-point lead. Pero unti-unti, Batangas was able to carve out some stops and was able to take a 1-point lead at the half.
Yeah, like I told you, these two teams are a reflection of each other. Batangas being the more veteran squad, but Quezon City obviously the younger team. But both teams really like to play quick. They like to play fast. They like to pressure in the backcourt and get easy baskets. But both teams, credit to them, they've been taking care of the basketball. Only a total of 10 turnovers between these two squads. And you said it's a game of runs, and that's the reason why. Dahil they are trying to find ways on how to make counters with each other dahil halos pareho nga yung style of play nila. So which team will be able to end up on top after the end of the final buzzer? Yan ang malalaman natin in just a bit.
Tig-8 puntos para kay Edsel Rojas and Ray De La Rosa for Quezon City. For Batangas naman, Don Ochea, all 9 of his points came in that big first quarter run. Ken Ighalo knocked down both 3-pointers for a total of 6 points. And nobody so far in double figures. It's been a low-scoring affair. 29-28 ang ating score. Batangas will get first possession here in the third. Darwin Lenore getting his first appearance. He will start at center together with the 4 who started this ball game para dito sa Batangas. Valoria has yet to find the range here. Jerome Santos pulls it back out to Greg Cunanan. Different unit naman for Coach Jeff Perlas. Those two joined by Edsel Rojas, J.K. Casino, and Dave Bernabe. Rojas sa poste. Laban kay Lunor. Gets it in. Quezon City retakes the lead.
Edsel Ross now with 10 points in this game. He has gotten most of his points primarily from those post-up situations, and most of them really coming from the left side.
MJ. Ablaza lines it up from downtown. It's good.
See, now it's Quezon City utilizing the zone, daring Batangas City to shoot just like the Rum Masters did towards the latter part of that second quarter. Kaya lang si Ablaza nakabutas galing sa labas.
Balik ang lamang sa Batangas City, 32-30. Rojas sa poste ulit. Kakapasok lang ni Darwin Lunor. Rojas, kick out. Santos, a second remaining. Decide to dish it off. Clearly not aware that shot clock was about to expire.
Obviously, the pressure was too much for him to handle in trying to attack that closeout. Did not realize the time was already winding down.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
It's quick passing that will, most of the time, really neutralize a zone defense, especially a 2-3 zone.
Tonnochea, susugod, bounce pass, bago yan. He took an extra step. As he landed. Yung sinasabi ni Coach Cholo, jump stop daw.
He landed on both feet. I don't see why it should have been a travel.
Palagi ko ang ruling ng referee was may extra step after that jump stop. Although we didn't see the replay, but obviously Coach Cholo not in agreement with that one. Kunanan, susugod, kick out pass, Rojas, malakas yan. Ablaza collects his 6th rebound. Sid will give it up to MJ De La Virgen. MJ. Ooh! Almost got that one in with 1 foot. 2-point lead. Kunanan. Quickly inside. Great pass. Rojas setting up Dave Bernabe.
Quezon City getting that ball from right to left. 3 guys handling the basketball. Quick pass by Rojas going to Dave Bernabe on that left side of the baseline.
Ablaza pulls the trigger. Can't hit it. Kunanan. Casino quickly launches. No good. Rojas again tried to set up a teammate down low. Ball will stay with the Quezon City Gallery Taipan. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
A little bit slower to react there were the dark shirts. As Quezon City, it was their turn to make those crisp passes leading to a basket.
Kunanan clearly was trying to dish it off to Dave Bernabe, but he was met by a pair of defenders from Batangas City. Just 2 seconds on their shot clock. Kunanan naghanap ng papasahan. Santos lost it on his way up. And it's a shot clock violation. Or actually, it just sailed out of bounds. Bola babalik sa panig ng Batangas City.
Both teams' defensive intensities, I think, turning up a notch here at the start of the third quarter.
And right on cue, Javi, another steal. Counter steal din ni Jong Baloria. Outlet to MJ. De La Virgen. Baloria will attack. Jong, no. Rojas. Outlet. Greg Kunanan sidesteps his way into the basket. Lead back to Quezon City, 34-32.
Both teams ended the first half with 5 turnovers each. Now they both have a couple of turnovers here, so pareho lang ang nagiging numero nila in that department. And again, you know, both of these teams, they continue to play similarly.
Oh, what a pass. Inside, Dave Bernabe, surgical in his approach.
It's all about making the right reads. You have to realize and understand what the defense is giving you, what options are available, what options are not available. Where do I go? Where do I stop my dribble? Do I make the pass? Do I give it up outside, or do I make a delivery going into the paint.
Hard foul given up by JK Casino. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Ablaza could not commit fully because he had Rojas on that right side. On that trap, nobody was going to go and help out said Ablaza from the far side of the right.
Darwin Lenore hitting his first free throw. Just playing limited minutes for Batangas City this season. But that's been a mainstay for them. This is his fourth consecutive season with Batangas. And a substitute free throw, lane violation laban dito sa Quezon City. Darwin Lenore also played for St. Clair College. Medyo mirror image din sila ni Rojas. No? King importante in street clothes. Well, we mentioned, Javi, how Batangas City hasn't really made some noise during the window. But there are rumors that they have a guy who's 6'10", who was a former player for the national team. Around 30 years old, can hit the shots from the outside. That's about to come in para dito sa kanila later in this season.
6'10".
Yes.
Well, that's definitely going to be a big boost para sa kanila, especially after they lost Chris Porter to the PBA when he was signed by Rain or Shine. That's certainly also going to fit their system if he can be someone who can hit the outside shot. If you see Levy Hernandez tying this game up at 36. Meanwhile, for Quezon City, Jerome Santos has committed all of their 3 turnovers here. Well, except for that.
Pagkakataon na mabalik yung kalamangan sa kupunan ng Batangas City. Ablaza. Naagawan ni Dave Bernabe. Quickly to Greg Cunanan.
Kind of baby that layup.
MJ.
If they're not getting baskets off of those forced turnovers, they're really getting it mostly on reads. Itong parehong kupunan na to. It's enjoy to watch these two squads go at it. The quality of this game really very high.
It's been a grind out type of game so far.
And these are the types of games that you, as a basketball fan who's really passionate about understanding the game, really enjoy watching. May not be that those glamorous and high-scoring types of games, but you definitely see both teams fighting hard defensively and trying to make the right reads to score the ball.
Also credit Quezon City. Just having a solid job on the defensive end as well. Dahil ang gaganda rin ng mga nirun na sets ng Batangas City where you're just right there. You're able to scout them well.
This guy, Rojas, has been a handful. Ablaza has tried his best to match up against Edsel Rojas in this game. Now that Ablaza is on the bench, now you have Apinan trying to guard him. That sequence still no avail para sa Batangas City.
Edsel Rojas. Nung naglalago siya sa Zamboanga, he was playing important minutes for them.
Oh yeah.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. It wasn't like he was the third stringer in that lineup. He was actually instrumental in that hot start that they had in the season.
Yeah, he was a vital part of the rotation in that 8-game winning streak that they had, only to fizzle out at the end. And I think, with the entry of CBC, I felt like Coach Ega and Coach Bong had to make a decision. And I think this is a win-win situation para sa kanila. They give away Jason Strait and they bring in ito si Edsel Rojas. So Quezon City and Zamboanga just exchanging those two players.
Panyamogan getting a stint here in the third quarter. Apinan, bitin. Hernandez wills that one through. And a chance to take the lead with a 3-point play coming up.
One of the rare times you see Levy Hernandez actually crashing the offensive glass. But there, he was near the basket. It happened to fall into his hands. 3-point play opportunity for Sniper de Mexico.
Punta natin si Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Levy Hernandez shared that one thing the coaching staff constantly reminds him of is to control his emotions on the court. Aminado siyang may mga moments pa rin siya, but he's definitely working on staying composed and focused every game. He added that the entire team is on the same page right now. Lahat sila gutom sa panalo at sa winning streak. With Batangas gunning for a strong finish this season, Levy knows he has to bring not just his scoring, but his leadership and maturity too. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. No, there are just certain guys na ganun eh. They feed off that kind of emotion. And Levy's that type of player. We have Nino Ibanez though, able to score. And now, the 10th lead change of the game. Quezon City on top 40-39.
Batangas City, I think, thought that Quezon City did step on that sideline. It happened right in front of Coach Cholo. Pero muntikan na rin nga sila maputukan ng 8-second violation doon. Muntik-muntik na. It was very close at very frustrating that Ibanez was still able. Oh, there you go. See? They thought that Ibanez was already out of bounds. It's still able to get it in play.
Pass break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners. We have a challenge here at the 2 and 52 minute mark of the third quarter. Cholo Villanueva challenging that last out of bounds play. We'll be back for the result of that one.
The challenge of Batangas City was successful. Batangas City basketball.
Successful challenge by Coach Cholo.
With 5 on the shot clock, 5
Only 5 seconds on their shot clock.
Yeah, definitely last touch there on Puray.
Panyamogan will trigger it in from the baseline. Steal ulit para sa Quezon City. Tatakbo si Nino Ibanez. Ibanez with a strong take to the basket.
That's a gritty finish para kay Nino Ibanez, challenging the defense there. Tough reverse with the inside hand.
Ighalo can't answer. Apinan flips it up and in. Lead down to 1, 42-41.
First 2 points of the game para kay Jex Apinan. He hasn't been much of a factor lately, especially coming from an injury.
Ray De La Rosa with the basket. 44-41. Hernandez sa poste. At may foul laban dito sa Quezon City.
Now, when Levy's aggressive, he's very tough to stop because he's got that strong upper body to fight through the contact.
Dixer, great move of the game, born for greatness.
Always tough to go up against a lengthy Jexter Apinan, but Nino Ibanez just finding a way to get that ball into the hoop.
Levy good on the first free throw. Most points he's had scoring average-wise in the MPBL. 16.5 points per contest this season.
Would have been more if he also drained most of his free throws, only shooting 65% from the charity stripe. That's one of the weird things about the MPBL this season. You have a lot of scorers, prolific scorers, who don't really have good percentages from the free throw line.
Unang naiisip ko agad dyan si Alex Cabagnut eh.
Yes, sir. Alex Cabagnot, you have Chito Jaime, who's only shooting about 45% from the free throw line. Ichi Altamirano, the same. Those are the guys on top of my head, pero alam ko marami pa eh.
And there are also certain guys that are shooting perfect so far. Like
Na hindi mo rin maiisip eh, no?
Oo. So mamaya, si Judel Fuentes, he's been perfect from the line so far this season. I think Pamboy Raimundo is also one of those guys. 72 seconds remaining. Hernandez, hell-bent on attacking the basket. I think that's one part of his game that's been overlooked this season. Although yung binabanggit mo na di nga lang niya na-shoot mostly yung free throws niya. But he's been getting to the line a lot this
Ayun na nga
year.
eh. If Levy gets more of his free throws to drop, then he's going to be tougher to stop. And these also are the moments wherein minsan umiinit na talaga yung ulo niya dahil niya, he absorbs a lot of contact.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. That time, 2 for 2. Cuts the lead back down to 3 points, 47-44. Puray has hit a couple of threes. Under a minute remaining here in this period. De La Rosa. Skip pass. Ibanez for 3. Halfway down and out again. Apinan. Balik sa poste. Hernandez. Laban kay De La Rosa. Levy. Ball got poked away from behind. It will stay with the Rum Masters.
At di mo nga baba yung effort at energy na pinapakita dito ng Quezon City sa depensa. They know that for them to stay in this game, they cannot just outshoot itong Batangas City. They have to play intense defense. And they've been continuing to do that from start until now.
Uy! Nakanakaw pa si Levy Hernandez. And a free-point play opportunity to tie the game up.
It's only this guy who has been able in the past few sequences to puncture the defense of the Quezon City Galleries Taipan at this point of the third quarter. Ito si Levy Hernandez. He has drawn 4 straight fouls already against Quezon City.
And has hit his last 3 free throws. Game is tied at 47 apiece. 5th deadlock of the ball game. About a 9-second differential between shot and game clock. De La Rosa sa bandang kanan. Balik.
Batangas has fouls to give.
Franz Diaz. Di Ilonggo laban kay Mark Cruz. Puray, baseline drive. And he lost it out of bounds. 9 seconds left. Sorry, 7 seconds left for Batangas City. Panyamogan. Hernandez off that pass by Apinan. Puts it up off the glass and in! They will review this one, but it looked good.
Levy Hernandez absolutely determined to score the rock every opportunity he gets here in the third quarter. He is looking at nothing but the basket when he gets that basketball. That's certainly going to count.
Levy Hernandez with a big third quarter. And after scoring only 5 points in the first half, VX exploded here in the third. Levy Hernandez scoring the last 7 points to finish the quarter. And Batangas City retaking the lead at the end of quarter number 3. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Well, Bernabe has been holding his own against the other big men, particularly Ambuluto of Batangas City, while Nino Ibanez has been one of the leading scorers for Quezon City in this game. At Levy Hernandez dominating the last few minutes of that third period to help Batangas City carry a 2-point lead heading into the final frame.
Back with us here inside the Quezon Convention Center as we check out our fan outfit of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. At nandito po tayo ngayon sa Quezon Convention Center. Mamaya nga, Quezon Huskers kalaban ang Gensan Warriors. Pero kasalukuyang di kita na naman yung laban natin, Javi. Second game ng ating triple header. Quezon City and Batangas.
I haven't been surprised with what I've been seeing here in this second game. That first game, though, was certainly a pleasant surprise. Manila upsetting Pasig City, only to get their second victory of the season.
Not much separation in our quarter scoring. +5 Batangas in quarter number 1. Bumawi ang Quezon City in the second period. And then a 20-19 quarter for Batangas.
Panyamogan has not yet been a factor in this game. He's also seen spot playing time sa laro na to. And that's been the case for Philip almost the entire season. Hindi mo malaman kung kailan talaga siya papasok eh.
3-point shot by Ighalo. His third triple of the ball game.
So he's experiencing one of his better shooting nights this year. Ito si Ken Ighalo.
52-49. Ibanez gets to his spot, rattles that one home. One-point lead. Mark Cruz joined by Jex Rapinan, Ken Ighalo, Philip Panyamogan, and Levy Hernandez. Ighalo, popostehan si Ray De La Rosa. Hernandez off the bounce. No foul this time. Outlet to Nino Ibanez. Challenging Philip Panyamogan. And 2 free throws coming up.
Nakita mo kung gaano kabilis na iba to ni Edsel Rojas yung outlet pass na yun. As soon as he pulled down that rebound, hindi niya na binaba yung bola. Just looked up and saw who was going ahead of him. He saw Ibanez, threw it right away. Almost just a half a second to make that outlet pass. And that's how Quezon City has made sure that they tried to speed up the game in this man.
Edsel Rojas. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Quietly, Edsel Rojas with a double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. Hernandez, bounce pass to Mark Cruz. Panyamogan from mid-range, bounces off the rim. Jex Rapinan collects another offensive rebound. A foul whistle against Quezon City.
First team foul. Jerome Santos replacing
Jerome Santos will chew back in for Quezon City. Ken Ighalo lines it up. Puts it in. Pang-apat na tres galing kay Ken Ighalo. Lamang pa rin ang Batangas dito ng 3 puntos, 55-52. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Ibanez laban kay Hernandez. Jerome Santos can't answer.
Well, Quezon City has been unable to knock it down from the outside yet here in the fourth quarter.
Apinan, back to Panyamogan. Great extra pass. Hernandez just inside the arc of the back iron. And Rojas collects his 13th rebound. Ibanez. Palabas kay Edsel Rojas. Off the bounce. And as he dished out that pass, a foul whistled against Batangas City.
He just plays with a lot of force. Ito si Edsel Rojas. He's so tough to stop when he's going downhill.
14 seconds to shoot.
14 sa shot clock ng Quezon City. Trailing by just 3 points. Rojas sa loob. Foul ulit. Ang itatawag laban sa Rom Masters.
Tsaka very underrated yung upper body strength. Kahit anong bangga yung maitanggap niya, parang wala lang sa kanya. He doesn't really react much.
He actually relishes contact.
Yeah.
Si Edsel Rojas.
I think he likes it. Takes a lot of pleasure in it.
Ngayon, sasalo siya laban kay Levi Hernandez. Nandun si Jexter Apinan to try and steal that basketball. He forces a jump ball. There's an arrow pointing to the Batangas City Tanduay Rom Masters. Three minutes gone by here in the fourth. Panyamogan magbababa ng bola para dito sa Batangas City. Against Cunanan, still with the basketball. Bounce pass to Levi Hernandez. The cut by Mark Cruz. And you just see the activity of Quezon City on the defensive end, playing those passing lanes, Javi.
They need to, because if they don't, Batangas City will just try to pass it off and get to the most open man. Dahil alam mo naman kung gaano ka importante kay Coach Cholo na umiikot yung bola para sa Batangas.
Rojas, quick trigger off the heel. And Jex Apinan with his 10th rebound.
And has it scored a lot in this game. In fact, he only has 2 points that he's contributed on the glass. And that's been enough so far for the Rum Masters, with other guys taking the cudgels in terms of scoring para dito sa kanilang kupunan.
Shot clock 15 seconds.
Baseline inbound. Shot by Mark Cruz. Bounces off the rim. Now he cuts. At this time, Batangas City naman ang mapipituan ng foul dito.
A timely cut there by Mark Cruz. Rising up, fading away a little on the left side. He could have gone up forward and stronger to the cup.
Dave Bernabe releasing it to Ray De La Rosa. They're joined by Greg Cunanan, Edsel Rojas, and Jerome Santos. Cunanan sa bandang kanan, working with Rojas. Mark Cruz switching onto him. The fake by Santos. Attacks. Shot did not hit the rim. It's a shot clock violation against Quezon City.
That's clean defense established there by Batangas City on that drive by Jerome Santos, forcing him into a difficult shot attempt.
Also, Donachea returns for Mark Cruz.
Oh, Noche, matagal din pinagpahinga dito ha. Kakabalik lang ulit.
Yeah, Ocheo was the one responsible for Batangas City getting back into the thick of things during the first quarter when Quezon City was starting to pull away.
Turnovers have been detrimental for Quezon City, already with 16. Igalo with 5 threes for a total of 15 points.
Oh, they've left him some good looks, especially here in the second half. itong Quezon City. Kenny Halo has been making the most out of it.
6 ng lamang ng Batangas City, 58-52. But bad news for the Rum Masters, they are over the limit.
That's a wide open shot for a shooter as good as Kenny Halo. Can't allow him that much real estate.
To the free throws, Ryan De La Rosa.
Ray De La Rosa, the younger brother of Rome. Played for Coach Louie Gonzalez for the JRU Heavy Bombers. Cans that free throw up to 11 points. Batangas with a 5-point lead. Panyamogan. Apinan to Philip against Cunanan. 8 on their shot clock. Philip goes to Levy at the post. Panyamogan fires and finally nails a three-pointer.
This Quezon City unit on the floor looks a little bit slower than what we've seen throughout the entire match. Batangas City now quicker to react to what the defense has been giving them.
Batangas City just methodical in their approach. And it's Jexer Apinan increasing their lead. It's up to double digits. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
7-1 run capped off by this basket underneath. Galing kay Jexter Apinan. The double comes to Levy Hernandez. And then Ochea cuts through the middle. Presence of mind there to tap it to Apinan on the left side, who was wide open for that shot.
Batangas now with a 10-point lead, 63-53. Back with us here inside the Quezon Convention Center. Batangas City has scored 11 of the last 12 points before that basket by Greg Cunanan.
Well, this is still a lot of time to play, and this certainly is far from over. But what Quezon City needs to do here is to force those kinds of turnovers and to prevent Batangas City from getting good looks at the basket, because that is what they have allowed the Rum Masters in this run that they've established right before the timeout to erect this lead of theirs before that basket by Cunanan.
14 seconds to shoot.
Approaching the 4-minute mark. Ooh, off the fourth.
Bernabe was not ready for the pass.
It's a live turnover committed by Quezon City. That's already their 17th overall. Skip pass. Kenny Halo. Hernandez dumping it down low to Jex Apinan for the deuce.
And nababasa na nila kung saan pupunta yung mga closeouts. Quezon City is trying to trap and trying to force the ball quickly out of the hands of each Batangas player. But the Rum Masters are already a step ahead. They know kung saan nila ipapasa. Alam nila kung sino yung malilibre.
Bola na wala kay Puray. 18th turnover now against Quezon City.
Experience now playing a factor here.
Hernandez susugod. But can't finish. Cunanan. Libre si Ibanez para sa tres. Gets it to go.
They definitely needed that. That's a big basket para sa Quezon City. 10-point lead under 3 minutes to play.
Ibanez leading Quezon City in scoring with 17 points. 65-58. Panyamogan, square for a free, no. Ochea kicks it back out to Ighalo, who will not force things. They send it to the post. Levy, Ighalo, libre para sa tres. Yes!
These guys from Quezon City, they look tired right now, Ken.
And for Batangas, you saw Coach Cholo loving that one because he saw Ighalo. He was momentarily open, but they reset their offense. They got to the post to Levy Hernandez. And then that ball swung again to his side for this open three-point shot. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That ball has been moving to the right spots para sa Batangas City, especially here in this fourth quarter. They've made it hard para dito sa Quezon City.
And the assists have really ticked up para dito sa Batangas City in this winning run that they've had. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Pero hindi pa tapos ito. 68-60. Just an 8-point lead. Hernandez puts it on the deck. No. It's a goaltend. Yeah. Someone from Quezon City hung on to the net. Was able to touch the net as Hernandez made his move.
Yeah, it's Kunanan. It was Kunanan.
Pretty unfortunate because that shot had little chance of going in.
I would make this observation that the fact that Levy Hernandez has been able to score a lot of baskets in that third quarter just made him more of a decoy here in the fourth. So when the double team has come, it has made guys like Kenny Halo wide open for those three-point shots. 13 of the 14 points in that third quarter para sa Batangas made it possible for him to act as a decoy here in the fourth quarter for Dexter Apinan and mostly also para kay Kenny Halo.
Yeah, 13 of his total output coming in that pivotal third quarter para kay Levy Hernandez. Who also has 5 assists. So hindi pala counted, ah.
Oh, what's the call going to be?
No goaltend. Wow. Coach Cholo is visibly livid. For Quezon City, it saves them 2 points. Great pass, Santos to Bernabe.
And it gives them a window of opportunity here. The door is certainly still wide open para sa QC.
2-possession ball game. Batangas has had some games that they have blown this lead late in this ball game. Hernandez operating down low. Don Ochea to the rescue for 2 points.
And once again, who delivered that pass? Levy Hernandez out of the post.
6 assists already for Sniper de Mexico. Santos lines it up off the back iron. Franz Diaz gets it back. Diaz yet to score, and that continues. Batangas City will just milk the clock here. Franz Diaz just 0 out of 3 from the field. Levy, libre, Ighalo. And that's gonna be the nail in the coffin as Batangas re-erects a double-digit advantage. This was picture perfect. Levy Hernandez with a setup job to Kenny Halo.
Again, he attracts the double team and then the defense giving their attention to Jexter Apinan, who was in the middle. He could have gone for a higher percentage shot, but they instead go to Ighalo wide open for that three-pointer. 21 points in the game for the former Mapua Cardinal.
We have a timeout. We'll be right back. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Ken Ighalo with 7 3-pointers for a total of 21 points. Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness.
This is only the third time this season Ighalo has reached double figures. The last 2 times were against San Juan in April 10 and against Pasay last April 26. So it's been quite a while that he's been able to have a good game like this. This is certainly his best game of the season.
Jerome Santos.
Jerome Santos with a jumper just inside the arc. Unfortunately for Quezon City, despite this gallant stand, they're gonna fall down to their 5th loss in their last 6 games.
13 foul.
That's very important because they're still pretty much in play-in territory here despite their struggles. Fernandez. Kick out pass. Arim tries to join the 3-point party. Can't do so. Missing on that shot. 22 seconds left here in this ball game.
It's really more of the turnovers that have made it difficult for Quezon City in the final moments of this game. They already had 16 in the lead of Batangas City. It was only 3, but it was only a matter of time before it really became detrimental to their cause in this game.
We have another timeout. We'll be back after the short break. Our points leaders this season, Levy Hernandez at that 4th spot, 16.5 points. But after this game, Javi, madadagdagan pa yan. And a total of 18 tonight. But what's impressive has been his playmaking tonight against Quezon City.
Tama ka dyan. Those 7 assists have been very important for Batangas City here in the 4th quarter. He's only averaging 1.3 assists per game this season. He acted as a decoy primarily here in the 4th quarter to set up Ken Ighalo for a lot of the threes that he's hit in this game. Some passes also went to Jexter Apinan.
Nakita natin si Levy, no, Javi? We're so used to seeing him score. But it's been, like I said, the playmaking, the decision-making, when to make the right passes that really enabled them to pull through, especially with Quezon City just creeping in. They were right there and they were able to pull through, talking about Batangas City.
I think he's realizing that this is something that he has to do in order for them to have more success this season dahil siguro naintindihan niya na he can't do it on his own. And that's always been the culture that Batangas City and Coach Cholo has set for this team. At maybe, you know, sometimes your ego gets the better of you. But now, Levy might really understand now how Batangas City can move up this season.
Wait, there's still supposed to be some time left on the game clock. Although this is pretty much academic, but off a made basket, tumakbo pa yung oras. So they're still putting in some ticks on the clock. Maybe around 2 to 3 seconds. But this is pretty much a done deal. Batangas weathering the storm and able to pull through against Quezon City. Again, a lot of heroes for Batangas City. Kenny Halo finally breaking out again with 7 threes. Jex Apinan, the unsung hero, 6 points, 11 rebounds. And also credit Don Ochea. He was the one who kept Batangas City in the game in the first quarter. Those 9 points were really huge to jumpstart their quarter where Quezon City was really trying to make their move, Javi.
Yeah, different guys shining in different moments. That's what characterized this game for the Rum Masters.
Turnover. Yung oras di yan gagalaw. Nobody touched the basketball. So Quezon City can still cut this deficit here.
Yeah, they're gonna inbound from that same spot.
3 seconds left. Franz Diaz, unfortunately, a scoreless outing tonight. 0 of 3 shooting from the field. Ibanez was the one who led the way with a total of 17 points. Sorry, 19 points. But not enough. Batangas City cruises to their 4th straight victory at the expense of Quezon City, who unfortunately falls down to 4 wins and 13 losses. Our best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Well, we talked about how good Levy Hernandez was in this game. Don Ochea jump-started the return of Batangas City after a struggle in the first quarter. But this guy, Kenneth Halo, he was able to nail those big shots in the 4th quarter to ensure the victory for Batangas City in this game.
Itong tres for a total of 21 points. Just his 3rd double-digit scoring output this season, but those timely baskets in the second half enabling Batangas City to get this important victory over Quezon City, 73-66. Let's go courtside to Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Kenneth, congratulations. Sinabi nyo, hinahabol nyo talaga yung pagkapanalo, kaya ang aga nyo kahapon pa lang nandito na kayo to train. Ano sa tingin mo yung naging effective sa game plan nyo?
Naging patient lang kami sa offense namin kasi nung first half medyo nagmamadali kami. So, pinag-usapan namin nung halftime break na gumana naman.
And Pampanga at sunod-sunod na malalakas na yung mga magiging kalaban nyo. How do you plan to aim for a winning streak?
We take it one game at a time, so short goals muna. So, itong past June and ngayong July, we got the 4 straight wins. So, we're looking at Pampanga for our next game. So, we're preparing well for that.
Any greetings, Kenneth?
Binabati ko yung family ko, sa wife ko, si Eunice and si Kira, yung baby ko. And yung mga taga-Higher Rock Christian Church. Tsaka yung mga boss namin sa Tanduay and mga boss namin sa Batangas. And also sa BL Athletics.
Congratulations, Kenneth Ighalo of the Batangas Tanduayra Masters. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Congratulations to Batangas City. Moving ahead in the team standings, and that's important, especially with what's coming up next. A battle between the top 2 teams in the South Division. Quezon Huskers hosting the Gensan Warriors. Kaya wag po kayong aalis dahil magbabalik pa ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.